folks, Dr. Lay here. Today we're going to talk about what do you ask a therapist to see if they're a good fit for you at the beginning. So typically when you meet with a therapist for the first time, it's either like a brief consult, it's usually free, or you might start off with an intake session, and that's typically between 45 to 50 minutes, where the therapist usually asks you a pretty standard, like lots and lots of questions. You might have a lot of paperwork to fill out as well. But today we're just going to talk about, okay, these are the questions that you can ask when you first meet with somebody just to see that you can get the help that you need from the person. For new clients, typically, if you have never been to therapy, you might not know that there are limits to confidentiality. And so if you have questions about that, make sure to ask your provider about what that means, right? So what are the things that they would have to break confidentiality for? And that might differ based off of the state that you're from, but essentially, the therapist's job is to protect all parties involved, their safety. And so if there's ever an expression of imminent risk to yourself or others, or if you let your therapist know about potential abuse or neglect of children, elderly, or people of disability, those would be times when the therapist might have to break confidentiality. So be sure to ask that so that you can be informed about it. Another big one is whether the provider takes your insurance. This can be quite complicated. And so the best way to go about this is before you even contact a provider to go through your insurance and ask them who is a provider in your area, and maybe have a list of folks that you can contact and do these brief consults with. That way you get a chance to know who is out there, who is available, who's taking clients, so you can make a better informed decision about who to go with. If the provider happens to not take your insurance, you can always ask them if they can provide you with, say, a monthly statement so that you can submit for reimbursement with your insurance.